Welcome to the Mega Podcast, where we delve into the inspiring stories of entrepreneurs, motivational coaches, and business leaders. Join us as we hear about their journey to success and the challenges they faced along the way. We'll uncover their secrets to perseverance and determination and gain valuable insights into what it takes to reach your goals. The journey may not be beautiful, but it is always purposeful. So sit back, relax, and be ready to be inspired by those who have dared to dream big and make it a reality. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a brand new Mega Podcast, the A.M.P, baby. And today we have an amazing guest. This person is a survivor. He is a warrior. He is an author. He is out there inspiring others to find the best of themselves. Let me introduce the one, the only, Mr. Charles Smith. How are you?
Hi, El. Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
No, thank you for coming on.
I want that suit jacket and tie.
The Batman one?
Yeah, the Batman one. Yep.
Oh yeah, I wore that for the first time at Toy Fair in New York, and it was really hysterical. How everybody was stopping me, wanting to take pictures. Where did I get it? It was fun. Random people everywhere. You know, it was a lot of fun. It definitely brings attention.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I like it.
So shows me you're a Batman fan.
I am, definitely. Yeah.
There we go. See, that's a cool way to look like Bruce Wayne, right?
Yeah. Got a lot of similarities except for the money.
Yeah, but I hear you definitely got all the pains Bruce and Batman have been through, the scars. Yeah. Of missions and battles in life. You definitely have that journey. So let's begin. Charles, tell us a bit. Where you're originally from, and those those beginnings of your story.
Well, I'm from the Worcester area, Worcester, Massachusetts, or Worcester, as some people call it.
Oh yeah, New York is definitely called it Worcester. I'm in Webster now, but I used to almost pronounce it like that. And somebody told me, no, it's Worcester.
Yep. It's Worcester or Worcester. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't sound like it's written. But
absolutely.
Yeah, my story starts out with my father being an entrepreneur, multiple nursing homes, land everywhere in the Worcester area. And then one day he lost it all.
One day?
Yeah, it seemed like one day everything went poof, and he had to sell what he had. He had to sell the house and everything else that he owned, and to the point where my grandfather had to actually build a duplex so we would have a place to live.
So, but you mean had to sell? You just got into something just happened and boom.
I have no idea. Being a trained private investigator too, I've looked into it, and all I could tell was that it changed hands. It doesn't say why.
Huh? Interesting.
Yeah.
There's a story there that needs to come out.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
I wish I could figure it out, but
yeah, you will, Charles. You're Batman. Don't you worry.
I wish I had his money.
It's coming because you're doing some good work out there in the world, and and all that stuff is reciprocated, in one way or another. It's just manifestation. So you're putting good energy, and plus the way that you share your story. So so let's get into it. So your daddy one day, you said it's just poof. You're moving now all of a sudden. You're living with grandpa. Out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, I'm living in a duplex that my grandfather built.
Okay.
And with my mother and my father and all that. And then my mother passed away of an overdose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Wow. What year was this?
I was 6 years old, so 78.
Ooh, yeah, and it was already hard enough from that era. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and then my father moved to me and my sister around Texas, Arizona. I actually have a book called 10 Homes in 11 Years.
What? Is that serious?
Yeah, I was in 10 homes in 11 years. Yep.
Oh my
And
God! But what prompted the
yeah,
moves? I mean, was it the passing of your mama? What changed that between
that was
your
the first one.
grandfather?
That was
Okay,
the first one with my father, and then after that, I went. We went all around looking for my father, looking for work.
okay.
Like he was a chef at a college in Arizona on a Navajo reservation.
Oh wow,
He,
really?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. In Texas, he ran a gas station, and he had a food truck that he tried to sell food with. So
Oh, so he's okay. So he maintained the entrepreneurial spirit
yes,
throughout,
yep,
though.
yep, most definitely,
Okay,
yeah, yep,
okay.
yep.
At least
And
he didn't
then
try to give up to be his old man. He was trying, I
yeah,
guess. Still, okay.
yeah, and then he passed away when I was 11 years old in
Oh my
San Juan,
God,
Texas.
was that
Yep.
sudden?
To me, at 11 years old, it was sudden
Oh,
in a
what was
way.
happening? What was he going through? Health issues? That you
Yeah, he was 30 years older than my mother.
30? Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
Oh, he was
And
he was a cradle robber. Jeez. Oh my God. My parents almost have a big, huge difference like that. And I said, damn, dad, you were pimping in the
uh,
United States. He came as a 20-year-old man. I believe they have about a 20-year difference. I said, so you're here pimping in the States, and my mom is just being born and you cradle robber?
yep, yep, definitely. Uh, but
Wow.
yeah, then the day my father died, I woke up that morning and I knew something was off. I seen him making his coffee, and I knew that something was wrong. I went up to him, I hugged him, I said, can I stay home from school? Because I didn't want to tell him I have a really bad feeling about something, but I just said,
Yeah.
I'm going to stay home from school. And he told me no. I already missed too much school with all the moving around. And then we, I went into my bathroom, stuck my finger down my throat to induce vomiting to show him that I was sick.
Okay.
And then after that, I stayed home. My my sister went to school, and we stopped at a store and bought some odds and ends, bread, milk, whatever. And he passed out on me in the store. And
Really?
he was a bad diabetic. And
Okay.
the store clerk knew him. When he came to, he gave him some orange juice, which enabled us to go back home. And then he passed out on me again at
Oh.
home. So the second time in like an hour. And then I ran over to my neighbor's house, told my neighbors that something's going on. I need to bring my dad to the hospital. And we got him to the hospital, and he passed away in the hospital with me
Oh.
holding his hand.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Jeez, such tragedy at such an early age
Yeah.
already.
Yep.
Right? Damn, already. Oof,
Mm.
painful. I can't imagine. So, what was going through your mind? I mean, first mama and now papa, and you're 11 years old. You got a sibling. Well,
Mm.
and now,
Yep.
and you're in another state now, right? You're not even near family, I suppose. Correct?
Yeah. Thankfully, my family's name is Lorenzo and not Smith, because I can just imagine back then without internet or anything like that,
Yeah.
if they had you know had to look for a Smith in Massachusetts, I really wouldn't with my family. But luckily, they had to look for Lorenzo, which there was only a handful, and they got a hold of my uncle, who got a hold of my grandfather, and then my uncle, um, my grandfather sent my uncle down to get us.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. Amazing. So, not who did you live with once they got you? Was it with your or you went back to your granddad that had the duplex?
Well, my grandfather was my legal guardian, and
Okay,
he didn't have the room for us, so we lived next door to with my aunt and uncle.
okay,
Yeah, yep,
okay.
yep,
And so how did you deal with that then? I mean, now again, once again, you moved.
yeah, yep,
You're
yep,
back, home, if you will, or at least
yeah,
home
full
area.
circle. Yeah,
So what was going through your head as a young kid, man?
I was just beside myself, and I acted out a lot in my youth. I acted out. I became a thief. I became this. I became that. And
Mm,
it was just the way that I dealt with it all. I processed it all. I didn't want my aunt and uncle to be my parental figures. I pushed that away. I pushed everybody away. I had my group of friends that were like my family, but besides that, that was all that I was really interested in.
oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And all right, so how long were you feeling this anger within? Did it subside at any point? In your youth, or did something else
Not
happen?
not really. Um I had other roles and people, but when I graduated high school, and then my I really got into drugs and whatnot, and
Oof.
my yeah, and my aunt told me pretty much get a job, go out, get a job, and don't come back, which was tough love that I needed back then.
Yeah.
I needed to do something, so I went into the military,
Oh
and
wow. So
that was my
eh,
my.
how did that get prompted in your mind to do? Did you happen to walk by a recruiter? While you were in that
No,
state of mind?
my grandfather again, and his brothers and my father were all in World. So, and uncle
Mm,
that was in Vietnam, and yeah, I have a long line of military in my family. So
gotcha. So thank you for your service then, and your
you're welcome. You're
families.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. But yeah,
You
that
know,
was my detox from
wow.
crack cocaine. Was the military.
What in the middle?
Yeah,
Okay, so wait, and this is what, like the 80s? Because how the
this was
military going to deal with that?
1993.
In the 93? Oh wow, I just graduated high school then too. All right. So
Mm.
wow. So you're in the military. How were they dealing with that then? That type of behavior. Did you behave like that there? Did you act like the big guy you were outside, or did they check you really quickly?
Oh, they checked everybody really quickly. They checked everybody really quickly. I remember one time there was a kid that was acting up, really just being annoying, and my drill sergeant told us we were all in a formation, and he told us to about face, which is turn around, except for that one guy. And then you heard, and then he had us about face again, and the kid was on the ground. He's like, the drill sergeant's like, anyone see anything? Nope. So
No,
that's how
sir.
he dealt with stuff.
Okay. Hey, but you
Yep.
see, yeah, that's that tough love, not that coddling and all
Yeah,
this. I mean,
yeah,
sometimes certain people need to be dealt with in a certain way in order for them to get the message,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yep, yep.
And so you got the message. And so, how long did you serve for? What was that How was that like for you now? Because you already had a tough young life. Then you get into military service. My gosh,
Mm,
okay. And during the 90s, there was stuff going on. So
yep,
how
yep.
so how are you dealing with all this trauma you're already bringing? How are you dealing with that in the military?
It was thing. I felt like I felt like I couldn't be broken when I was in the military because of all the stuff that I've already endured.
Mm.
And I went through the military like an average person, I guess you would say. But I loved it, to be honest with you. I went to Cuba for 6 months.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, we had in '95, I think it was, we had Cubans and Haitians in the um, in camps because they were trying to get over to the U.S. and we couldn't let them just walk on our shores, so we put them in camps, and that was interesting. There was a lot of rioting going on because they were in one form of what was going on with them and their government that they wanted to leave, and then we got them. We picked them up out of the ocean and put them back into like concentration camps, for lack of a better term.
Oh wow.
It
Wow.
had the barbed wire and everything around it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So seeking freedom, becoming prisoners. Jeez.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
wow.
there was a lot of rioting going on,
That's what I'm saying.
and
People out here complaining about the stupidest things, and look at the plight of those people seeking freedom, and then all of a sudden getting plucked out and felt like they're incarcerated out. Man, that's sad. I mean,
yeah,
and you're seeing this. I'm pretty sure that's adding to
yeah.
trauma because I
I mean,
mean, what person wouldn't feel bad, right?
oh yeah, definitely. If you have a heart, you're gonna feel bad about it. Yeah, but I still have a picture of a kid that was probably my son's age now, 10. He lost his entire family on the ocean before the Navy could pick him up.
Oh, no
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. We when
Oh,
we were
poor
there, we kind
kid.
of took him in. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what happened to him after we left, but we kind of
Oh,
took him in and took care of him. And yeah,
oh, that's tough. My
yeah,
gosh.
hmm,
So I can't
definitely.
imagine. That poor kid must have been hysterical. Poor kid.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, how long did you serve,
It's a horrible
and what steps
situation.
did you take afterwards?
I served for 3 years active duty, 5 years in active ready reserves, and
Okay.
after that, I got odd jobs, and then my grandfather and my uncle who raised me passed away from cancer a month apart, which put me in a
A
really,
month
really
apart.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
which put me in a
Wow.
horrible,
Jeez.
horrible
And
depression.
sorry once again, because I can't. Wow, you just these wow big figures in your life. They just dropping. My God.
Yeah, yeah, it was horrible. It was a horrible life to live, but I like to think of it as you know, I went through all of that for a reason.
So how did you deal
You
with
know,
that? Because you the first time around, you got yourself into trouble and and doing things that you shouldn't have. Did you kind of devolve and go back to that? Did you evolve, or was this a whole different lane now?
I went really dark into a really dark depression, and I ended up. Um, I didn't end up using drugs again, but I ended up trying to take my own life.
Oh man,
Yeah, I began carving on myself, cutting on myself, and then one day I just felt like I had enough, and I planned it.
no,
I
you
planned
didn't.
bottle of pills, and I wrote the words "F you world" on my arm and all that. And one night I did it the next night, and my friends found me. Luckily, yeah,
Really?
my friends
So
found me
so
before I died.
before you succumb. So how long were you there? Does anyone even know? From
I
the
was
moment you took the
I was
pills
out
to
a few
till they came?
hours. I don't know exactly how long, but I was out a few hours. I lived with my friends, so they
Okay.
went downstairs or something, and I was on the couch.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
must have been scary for them to see their boy like that.
No,
And
yeah,
all
I'm
right,
sure.
so did you get on the road to recovery from that moment? Did you finally wake up, or what further happened here?
Well, then I went to the hospital, and then I went to a homeless shelter where the homeless shelter was full. So I ended up on the streets for a little bit, and then I ended up in
Wait, you
shelters.
need help and all, obviously, and they put you on the street instead. You're on,
Yeah, they said there was no room when I
and
yeah.
you're a veteran on top of it.
Hmm.
Jeez, crazy the way they treat a vet, yo. F out of
Mm.
here. You guys should get some great priority treatment, in my opinion. You know,
It's gotten better over the years, in
oh,
some
oh,
ways. In
in
some
some way.
ways,
But
yeah.
I'm just saying at that point in time, because I'm just thinking, wow, here's someone that had served. Obviously needs help, and the system just didn't quite work out for
Mm.
you, huh? Crazy. So, how long were you on the
Right.
streets? I mean, when did the moment come, the wake up moment?
Uh, it came when I seen a lot of other veterans on the streets and in shelters, and I realized that I wasn't alone. And then after that, I made it my mission to get out of that situation, which took me 4 or 5 years. But
Mm,
after that, I just it's been my mission to help other people.
wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. I see that. That's awesome. Look at that. You hear, folks? He lifted himself. So talk about you becoming a writer and writing books and going on that mission to help others. What were the steps that you started taking to get
That
involved?
that started when I learned about PTSD. I learned that I had PTSD because I
Okay.
went undiagnosed for all those years. I guess it originally began when I was 6,
Wow.
and so at that, I decided that one way I was going to help people was to run programs um, about
Nice.
PTSD, and I learned everything I could about it over time, and that actually became one of my first books. And I had two other programs that I was running at the time, and those became my other two books. So there was three books, and then my addiction recovery book, Battle of a Lifetime, was actually like the first book that I sat down and wrote as a book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
So did you find therapy through writing?
I did. Yeah, therapy through writing and therapy through helping people. I mean, I do it as much for me as I do for everyone else. You
I
know,
dig
I,
that.
yeah,
There we go. And folks, we're talking about books and how we help others. You can simply visit the website that I've been sharing at the bottom, and let's go take a look. So he'll give us a little tour of his website over here.
yeah.
Right there, you can tell. He got videos, and there goes the books. There goes that when he said 10 homes in 11 years. That blows my mind. Still, that number.
Mm,
My gosh, there you go. So
yep.
talk about the website. What's going. Oh, you have a new book coming too. Look at this guy. Hey, hey,
Yeah,
busy, busy.
I got that, and I have another one that I don't have the cover designed yet, but it's my first children's book.
Oh,
It's
really? Hey,
yeah,
awesome!
yep.
Congrats, taking the step on
Thank you.
that. Woo.
Called um, Safety in Motion,
Okay.
and it's going to have the main character is going to be a robot that is neither male nor female, not black nor white or anything else. So everybody can relate to him.
Yeah, it's a
and
robot.
yeah. And in the first book, he's gonna be facing a bully and dealing with that and some other trials and tribulations that come along with school.
Yeah, definitely, because PTSD is PTSD, whether you're, regardless of gender, it's a trauma.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was bullied a
Oh,
lot in my youth, so
oh, really?
yeah, because not having a mother, father, I,
Oh, yeah, yeah. In the era, yes, I know.
yeah,
Very.
kids didn't know how to respond to it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, in New York, where we grew up, people respond to that by throwing fists. that was that, that was always the response. What you said about mama, and boom, there we go. Fists are flying. Yeah.
Oh
Well, look
yeah,
at all these
I
books.
got
You
into
got
a lot of that.
amazing. You can also check out the other podcasts.
Yep.
It's been on. Do you have your own podcast as well?
No, I don't. I have a YouTube channel, but I haven't put anything on there in a while. I am meaning to though. I want to start like a series of mini but
Excellent.
doing that soon.
Folks, there you go. He
Yep,
also
yep.
has an Instagram. He has multiple socials you can follow him on. Again, you see this, it's about enlightenment and moving forward, getting strength, and talking. So, will you be speaking anywhere? Do you do that, or do you just do, author books right
I
now?
haven't done that since before COVID, but
Okay.
I do want to get back out and do some speaking engagements.
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
folks. There we go. Let's get it done. So, if they wanted to invite you to an event to talk about,
yeah.
your story, the books and your methods, where's the best that they could reach you?
Lifelongexperience.net has everything on there. It's got contact info and all that on there.
All
Yep.
right, so it's as simple as that. Excellent, excellent. So, before
Yep.
we go, what type of advice would you give somebody that's going through maybe PTSD? What would you tell them today?
Don't give up hope. I talk about my suicide attempt, and I tell people that was 20 years ago. My son is 10. You do the math. If I didn't make it through that, he wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you. I wouldn't have multiple books out published. There's so many things that wouldn't have happened if I ended my life prematurely. So that's my message is no matter how bad things get, keep pushing forward. 'Cause things will better.
And they absolutely do. And thank you, Charles, for recognizing that within yourself and doing your awesome work and that mission to help others. Can't wait to check out your kids' book. Send it on over for a review on Comic Crusaders if you want.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
definitely,
Yeah,
folks,
yeah.
check out these books, check out the website, follow my man over here, Charles. You know what I mean? If you're going through it, you heard him. If you need some help, find someone to speak to, or
Mm,
check out one of these books that Charles has to offer. I'm pretty sure you'll find some wonderful information there, or that you can vibe with, understand, that could help you through, you know, your issue. So get it done,
yep.
all right? And
Yeah.
everybody, I definitely appreciate you all listening and tuning in. All the links are also below to make it easy for you guys to just click away. Thank you for tuning in. Please make sure to check out my other website, comiccrusaders.com, if you're into pop culture, with my extended family over at undercovercapes.com as well. And you know what it is, mi gente. Stay motivated. Later.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of the A.M.P podcast. We hope you've enjoyed listening to the insights and stories from our guests. Remember, Success is a journey, not a destination. If every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goals. Don't give up on your dreams and keep pushing forward. Until next time, thank you for tuning in and stay motivated.